Hello, welcome. My topic for today is, are you a rescuer? Do you believe everyone deserves a second chance? Because he's counting on it. He's counting on you to give him a second chance, no matter what the circumstances. Okay? My name is Diane Simboro. For the past 10 years, I've been helping women who've been through family violence to go from being just a survivor to a thriver. Okay, let's start. So what do I mean by rescuer? So I'll tell you a story about me. I was a bit of a Florence Nightingale, someone who liked helping people. I was also a nurse, but I was working on a tropical island in the north of Australia, and my story is about John Doe. Clearly not his name, but it will do for now. So John Doe was a seemingly nice bloke. But he was a reformed alcoholic who, while I was there, fell off the wagon because he decided that he fell in love with my young friend who was much younger than him and who did not return his love. And he got all upset about it, so he hit the bottle again. I was a bit upset about that, so I went over and I visited him and I let him know that he was surrounded by friends and that we were supporting him and that we hoped he would get back to normal again. That's all I did, just being a friend. In that moment, I was talking to an alcoholic who was in the middle of an alcoholic binge, unfortunately. So he unfortunately redirected his attentions toward me, and he decided that, oh, I'm going to love you now and you're mine now. To cut a long story short, I won't tell you all the details, but I ended up with a loaded rifle pointed right at me, and he did fire the gun, but fortunately for me, he fired it above my head, so all I got hit with was a palm leaf that fell on top of my head. But the point is that that's my rescuer. So what did I learn from that experience? What did I learn from that experience? I learned that kindness from a friend of the opposite sex can be misconstrued as love. Clearly it could. Also, someone in an alcoholic binge is not capable of discerning the difference between kindness and love. But the most important lesson I learned was, don't interfere in something that has nothing to do with you. Okay? So I stopped, from that time forward, I stopped being a Florence Nightingale. I stopped trying to rescue people all the time, trying to fix them, trying to heal them, so I found out the person who's responsible, the only person who is responsible, is the person making the decisions that determine how they choose to behave and the actions that they will subsequently take as a result, okay? The only person responsible is the person who's making those decisions, making those choices. No one else is responsible. So there's no point in stepping in. So why not help? Now I'm talking about, I'll speak about rescuing kids and adults, but clearly Thrive After Family Violence is focused on abusers, perpetrators of violence. But I want to talk about rescuing. Why don't you rescue kids or other adults, okay, when they've done something wrong, okay? Because if you do that, if you step in, they never have to take responsibility for their choices. They never have to take responsibility. They also never have to face the consequences of their actions. So what you're doing by stepping in is you're eliminating a possible deterrent to future activities or actions or choices like that. And you're taking away the deterrent. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. So what your actions, by stepping in, what your actions are telling them is, every time you get into trouble, just call on me. I'm going to fix it for you. It's not a good thing. So what's the message when I say I'm going to fix it for you? The message to especially a perpetrator of violence and to young kids too, because they're learning, I can set aside my responsibility and give it to someone else. So I can do these things, but I can set aside my responsibility and hand it over to someone else, the rescuer who comes to me every time. And it also says to them, everything I do, no matter how it affects anybody else, is okay. That's the message they're getting. It's not a good message, is it? What happens is, in rescuing this person, in saying, I'm going to fix it for you and don't worry about it, You're giving a green light to the person who's responsible for these choices and these actions. And they will continue what they're doing, believing that there are no consequences to their actions. It's a dangerous move, isn't it? Dangerous path to be setting along. So by giving him a second chance, and here we're talking, again, kids and adults, and in particular, perpetrators of violence, by giving him a second chance, after giving him a green light, for him it's all systems go, you know, because there's no need to hold back. He's just been told there's no need to hold back. There's no consequences for my actions. She'll come and rescue me every time I get into trouble. So no need to hold back anymore. You have just confirmed you are controlled by him, and your desire to please him comes before any concerns you have for your own safety. You may not be thinking that way, but he's getting the message that's the way it is. Remember, a perpetrator of violence or an abuser thinks very differently to what we do. You may want to help what you think is a wounded soul. You want to fix him. You want your love to heal him. The reality is he believes he's perfectly fine just the way he is. He's not looking for change. He just wants you back, and he will do whatever it takes in order to achieve that goal. He's counting on you giving him a second chance. And by giving him a second chance, he's then thinking, I've got a vision of a third, fourth, fifth, and sixth chance, however many it takes. He's thinking that once you give him a second chance, there's going to be more opportunities in the future as well. I hope you understand this. So it's really short today. I just wanted to give that message because my next topic is going to be, if you stay with him or go back to him after family violence, there's no need for him to change. Okay? And so I'll go deeper into that next week, not next week, in a few days, all right? So if you stay with him or go back to him, there's no need for him to change. It's an important topic, and I think this is something that a lot of people don't understand. So many times in family violence, women will go back up to 7 times before they actually finally leave. And I can relate to that too. I did go back myself, okay? But it's important to understand what happens when you do go back and what the thinking of the abuser is when you do go back, okay? And why it's not a good idea, okay? So that'll be my next topic in a few days' time. Please leave a comment. Follow me if you don't want to miss a future live. And I look forward to talking with you again next time. Thank you. Bye.